Okay, guys, my bad on this long-awaited Q&A. I've been supposed to give you guys this Q&A of the Naruto Storm, however, things didn't go as well as planned, and therefore I had to push it back until next week. But here we are. So, you guys asked me a few questions on the video where I stated you should lay down the comments of anything that is Storm 4 related with your questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. I think I have everyone's question. Not many people went on and asked me like some questions that has to do with the topic. So here we go. If this video gets up to more than 15 minutes though, I might have to split it and have to make a part 2. Because there's at least, I believe, 20 questions, and I'm gonna try and answer them not too quick, but not too long. So here we go. Let's start off with this question. I cannot pronounce his name. Noctv. It's very short for something. It's like Noctis, but with the V. It's like Noct, but with the V. So it's like Noctv. And his question is, who your main? It depends with any game. I will have to say either Kakashi or Itachi. Now when it comes to Kakashi, I actually like both Kakashis. The old school Kakashi combos and then the Revolution, the Storm 4 Kakashi. But however, I think the classic Kakashi is better than the Revolution Kakashi. At least I think so. But Itachi overall, I would have to say he's my main. Alright, another question from Sasuke Despair. On a scale to 1 to 1 quadruple flipping trillion, how broken is the switching? Let's see. Now if you go back to think about Storm 4, yes. The thing about players now, and they kind of consider it skills. Now I use the switching tactics too, but there's players that would switch a buttload of time, and it makes the game very disorientated. And I don't think they're good because of that. I just think it because it makes, once again, it makes the game disorientated, that your character doesn't even lock on the other opponent before they start attacking. And I've had that problem a lot. So yeah, switching overall, it is quite broken, I will admit, especially the hitbox charge, because sometimes when you charge, you guys know what I'm talking about, when you do a combo and then you switch and then the partner would charge. Sometimes you can go from behind, you can be in the air, it would still connect. Now I forgot how the patch was recently, but I still think overall the switching hitbox of that is not that great. And let's not forget, this is a long answer, let's not forget that before the patch, it's because of the shooting glitch, the invincibility glitch, etc, all has to do with switching. So yeah, switching is very broken. So I would have to say, see, the fact that you gave me so many fucking zeros, I can't really tell you precisely how much I could scale it. So out of 1 out of 10, I would just say I'll give it a 8.5 out of 10 on how broken switching was in Naruto Storm 4. Now another question that goes from Vegito. What Storm game do you think was most balanced when playing online? That's a tough one. I would have to say, the thing with Storm 4, I don't know, that's actually a tough question, because I can easily say Storm 4 because it's the most advanced, but I don't want to think because of that, because games evolve. So I would have to say something like either Revolution or Generations. Now I know the thing about Revolution is that counters, and yeah, counters was a game breaking glitch. Drive type, however, wasn't really much of a big problem for me. It was at first, but then as the more you play, then the more you'll get, better use of defending yourself. But I think almost to either Generations or Revolution. I would say Revolution if there was no stun counters. I think if Revolution did not have stun counters, I will be playing that game probably to this day and not Storm 4. Maybe, just maybe. But that's probably what I have to think. Either Storm Generations or Revolution. Next question from Gokin Bor 88. Have you ever gone into practice mode just to look at Linked Awakening combination? And if so, what was the most creative Team Awakening you thought of? Let me see. See, as a YouTuber, I would have to do that kind of shit if I want to get the good thumbnails and this and that. So yeah, I've been doing that just as a YouTuber, looking at Linked Awakenings. I can't really tell you what's my personal favorite. I don't really have a personal favorite, not unless if it's all Jinchurikis, all Susanos, you know, some of the basic trios. And what is the most creative? Well, I guess that's it. It's just Team Jinchurikis, Team Susanos, Team Sharingan's. I really never thought of it like that, like what's my personal favorite. I just like the way how it is. Next question from Dr. Freshboy 809. Hey Sensu, what do you think of the new upcoming Naruto games? He put the zzz in it, so he ain't talking about just one game. He used zzz, so there's two. So I guess he's talking about Storm Legacy and Shinobi Strikers. Well, Shinobi Striker, again, there's not that much to really think about as of now. Yeah, I can really go on about that for a good minute, but if you really want to know, you probably would just have to go and look at my Shinobi Striker videos. But it has potential, we just have to see what more is in store for us for the time being. And as for Storm Legacy / Trilogy, it is what it is. It's just Storm 1 to Storm 3. It's just a remastered game. What could you really think? I'm gonna get it. I might get it early too, but it isn't gonna make it feel like I'm back with the Naruto as if I'm back with the games like never before. No, it's probably just gonna come and go for me. Probably play a few months or a month and then probably just see what happens after that. Now, next question from Triggered as Fuck. See, I got your picture in the video this time. Who is the shittiest character from all the Storm games? Now, from all the Storm games, the shittiest character, I don't know what you mean by shittiest, as in bad, as in broken, as in, I think you mean by broken. So if you mean by, no, what I'm trying to say, no, I think you mean by bad. If you mean by bad, then I would just have to say PTS 1010, obviously, because I believe from Storm Revolution, I don't know about Storm Generation, but from Storm Revolution, her damage output is very low compared to every other characters, and it quite don't make sense at all. I mean, I guess they're trying to make it more realistic, but just for 1010 only, which is kind of fucking weird. So PTS 1010, that's the answer right there. Next question from LN Death. Do you think the Storm Trilogy will be a success? Will it be a success? Well, the thing is, in sales, probably. I don't know what you mean by success, but I'm sure many people's gonna try and pick it up because there's even people who never played Storm 1 that came from the Xbox community. But as in success, probably. But for multiplayer success, I can't answer that question because for all we know, the servers could be just like Storm 4 for all we know, and yeah. And just letting you guys know this right now, just because we're getting online back from Storm 2 and Storm 3, don't think that the game will just be okay to play with. There's still gonna be problems way back from its time, and I doubt they will patch anything if there was an issue right now because it's an old ass game. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now. If you see any problems like the ultimate glitch, if you guys remember that from Storm 3, if that shit's still there, don't try to ask Bandai or CC2 to fix that shit, because they're not. I guarantee they're not, because the game is old. They don't give a shit. That's honestly the truth to tell you right now. But yeah, I don't expect any patches if there's any online issues with Storm 2 and Storm 3. Next question goes to GameSto? I think that's how you say his name. GameSto. Can this Storm Trilogy save... Oh, this is quite the same question. Can this Storm Trilogy save the Storm franchise, or will it make it worse? Well, I don't think it can get worse. It only depends how multiplayer goes. Again, if multiplayer is just as bad as Storm 4, then yeah, I would say it will make it worse. But would it save the Storm franchise? It won't save it, but it could probably just, you know, continue its short lifespan, because Storm 4 is dead. Dead. Like, I think the only people who are still playing Storm 4 are the ones who are playing it religiously, like very religiously on a daily basis, basically like how YouTubers, including me, were back in the day. But yeah, that's what I think. Next question goes to the almighty Indra. It would have been nice if we got Indra as DLC for Storm 4. What characters you hate fighting? Characters. I'm gonna go ahead and say 3. 3? No, 4. I'll give you 4. I'm gonna make it quick though. So 1 is Mifune. Of course, Mifune back in Storm Revolution, and well, yeah, I'll say Storm Revolution only. He wasn't that much of a problem with Storm 4 now or Storm 3, but Mifune is a bitch ass. And do I even have to explain it? I don't think I don't even have to explain it. He's just an asshole, especially if you use him with Drive type. The other is Rock Lee, BTS Rock Lee, excuse me. He's been broken for nearly 3 to 5. I forgot how many years. I'm gonna say 5 years. 5 years, and they just now quite lowered his speed in Storm 4. Like, fuck's sakes, about goddamn time. So PTS Lee, I don't have to explain it further with him. Number 3, I would say Minato. Minato is just god awful, just too much. I don't even know. Next person. I really don't want to go and start ranting about those characters. Number 4, I think I would have to say, let me see, I say Mifune, I said, Minato, Rock Lee. I either had to say Danzo from Storm Revolution or Choji from Dash Cut Storm 4. I think I would have to say Danzo and Revolution. Danzo was the worst, and I don't want to go further about that. You're just bringing me back you're just giving me bad memories right now. So next question from King J. Do you remember your match with JJ Beats? He was pretty good, huh? Okay, listen here. I've played over 1,000, I would say at least over 1,000 people, more than 1,000 throughout my whole Storm career. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I do not remember JJ Beats. I'm sorry. I don't know who he is or this and that. I don't even know what game you're talking about. But who you fooling? Let me see. King J, JJ Beats. Is this you? You ain't fooling no one. King J, JJ Beats. I assume that is you. If it's you, be honest with me. Is it you? Just let me know, because the names are just quite coincidence. It's quite coincidence. So it kind of make it seem like you just want to know if I do notice you or not. But honestly, I don't. I played too many people back in my days with Storm. So sorry about that. Next question. Watch the Shadows. What in your opinion is the best boss battle in the Storm series, and why? That seems... There's a lot of boss battles. I honestly can't tell you. I'm just gonna give you my 2. I would have to say Naruto versus... I will give you my 3. Either Naruto versus Sasuke from Storm 3, Naruto versus Sasuke in Storm 4, or Jiraiya versus Pain in Storm 2. And I'm just gonna go ahead. The Jiraiya and Pain was fucking sad. It was sad as shit. And the Naruto versus Sasuke, well, that's everyone's favorite, let's be honest. So I guess you could call me a casual. But it was very badass, especially from Storm 3. And I honestly wish that actually happened in the fucking anime, but no, in the anime they just clashed and that was it. Alright, next question goes to Blake Thomas. Do you think if they brought clashing back, would it make Storm 4 just a little more fun? Yeah, I think so. It only depends, because you gotta think of the bad side too. If clashing were to happen in Storm Online, because it only happened in Storm 1 and Storm 1 wasn't a multiplayer game, I think people would have actually spammed their jutsus even more just so they can do the clash shit. So just imagine that. Just imagine someone who is just so destined just to keep clashing with you that they'll keep doing their fucking jutsus. And that could be annoying, but that's just what I think. And I think there's no other anime fighter games that is online that does beam struggle / clashes. I think besides Raging Blast, but let me know about that. Next question goes to Blue Tornado. Was there ever a moment playing any Storm game where you got so mad you felt that you just wanted to quit liking Naruto? No. No, that never happened to me. Yes, I can get super frustrated, like frustrated to the point, and I've broken a controller before, not a PlayStation controller, an Xbox controller, back when I was playing Storm Revolution, and it was bad. It was very bad, but it never got to the point where I just don't like the franchise. Maybe the game, but not just the series. So yeah, that's a no. Next question goes to Bryant Jam 12. Which opponent character triggers you the most? Personally, mine is Minato. I hate his ass. Well, it's kind of the same question who I answered to. Fucking neighbors. Shut the fuck up. It's just like the same question with someone I just answered just a few minutes ago. Yeah, I would say Minato too. And if you guys been playing Storm for a long time as I am, you guys would know why. So do I even have to explain it? I don't think so. Next question. What's your favorite fight in each Storm? Okay, you know what? That is actually Lee Armstrong. That is actually a long ass question. But I think I'm gonna just give you just one, because there's like what, 6 Naruto games? That would be too much. I should have written this, but fuck. It's of course the last battle, Naruto versus Sasuke. Same question from the other person. So yeah, Naruto versus Sasuke, final battle from Storm 4. I'm sorry, I cannot tell you all the questions as of right now. Maybe next Q&A when I get my shit written down. Next question goes to Chris Uchiha. What's your favorite team that you mostly use online or offline free battle? And are you gonna pre-order Naruto Storm Trilogy or Legacy? What's my favorite team that you mostly use? I really don't have one. Besides the Ambu team, which I'm sure many of you guys recognize if you see my videos. But it's mostly the Ambu team because I think they're the most realistic ninjas of the series. Because again, this is Naruto, a show about ninjas. That's why Kakashi's one of my personal favorite characters, because he looks like a ninja. And then you have a team that acts like ninjas called the Ambu team. So I'm like, let's just use those and make it feel very ninja. And me pre-ordering Storm Trilogy, I ain't pre-ordering shit. I'm not. I'm probably just gonna get it as soon as day 1 hits. But although I may get it early in July, probably get the Japanese copy, whatever, because there's no point on waiting till fall. Let me tell you this right now, you guys. Naruto Storm Trilogy, Bandai made a bad choice of dropping this game into the fall. Because let me tell you this right now. We're getting a shitload of good games coming up in the fall. And even though I'm a Narutoer, I don't see myself trying to drop the new games coming up this fall just for that game. So I probably would just go on, get a head start with it, and just burn myself on Storm Trilogy by July, where there's not that much game coming up now, instead of fall, where there's a lot of good games coming in from there on. I know it sounds like, why would I get an old game on a Japanese copy and I can just wait till fall? But trust me, you guys, that's just too much shit on my sleeve. If I were to get Star Wars, if I were to get the Call of Duty World War II, and this and that and that and this coming up in the fall, and then Naruto Storm Trilogy? Nah, no, I'm sorry. Next question goes to New Cartoon. What was your first Ninja Storm game? Now I'm gonna tell you this, I never really owned Storm 1 because I never owned a PlayStation 3. Shocking, right? But I've been Xbox 360 throughout its era. Then I went back to PlayStation 4. Before the 360 though, I was all PlayStation 2. So my first game was Storm 2, basically. Yeah, Storm 2. It didn't really what made me want to become a Narutoer back then. It was just a game that I just liked to play from here on, and then I was still focused on other games such as Call of Duty. But yeah, those were the days. Next question goes to Nightly Inferno. What would you Ugh, I'm sorry, like he should have edited his comment, like that was a tongue twister. What would you add? It's what would you add? I don't know why you put what you add. So Sorry, that really kind of like made my brain like malfunction for a second, but what would you add to the Storm franchise to make it more enjoyable? Like if you worked as a boss of CC2? If you'd like to know that question, Nightly Inferno, the question would simply be focusing on multiplayer, cause all they give a shit is about story mode throughout its entirety of the Storm franchise, that they hardly give a shit in multiplayer. The fact that Shinobi Striker may be a multiplayer game, I would like if CyberConnect 2 would have done that, but make online their first priority. Still give a story, but make online very more of an important priority than story to keep its lifespan longer. So I wouldn't add like no new features or anything. Just keep updating your goddamn servers. That is it. And then and if they would have done that, believe me, you guys will still see me playing Storm 4 to this day right now. Next question from Sebastian. What do you think about a Boruto Storm? Like having all new characters from the series on the game like Kawaki. I'm not gonna lie, Sebastian, I think that would be good. I think that would be cool. However, though, there isn't that much to add into the game. Road to Boruto could have been it, but they refused to give us as much they could and just give us only Mitsuki as the only new model character to the fucking expansion pack. They could have given us something. Am I really gonna rant about this? But yeah, they could have gave us those kids from the story modes such as Yaruri, Shikadai, Kishiki, Momoshiki, etc. And that would have already been half of Boruto Storm 1, to be honest. But a Boruto Storm series would be good if multiplayer would be their priorities, their main priorities, and if we waited at least about 2 years, so then we could get a good roster size worth of the Boruto franchise. And there you go. Yeah, I don't mind. I really don't mind. But not now though. In the future, I wouldn't mind a Boruto Storm game. Again, if they would actually give us dedicated servers, which I doubt, so fuck them. Next question goes to Tony Willis. Which is your favorite Naruto Ninja Storm out of all of them? Yeah. Now I think I said one of the most balanced when I played was Generations and Revolution. Now my most favorite Storm game, I would have to say Naruto Storm 3. I think Naruto Storm 3 was one of my personal favorites. Next question, and I think it's the last. So, fuck what I just said about the part 2 thing. We're getting another 30 minutes fucking video. And the last question goes to Madara Uchiha, aka Almighty Madara, although he has the Caulifla avatar. What really made you stop playing Storm? Have you ever rage quit before? What was the cost of the rage quit? Since this is the final question, I'm gonna probably exploit this question. Now this is probably a good question. What made me stop playing Storm? Let me drop my phone down now. Take a deep breath. Stretch a little. Oh, okay. What made me stop playing Naruto Storm? Let's see. I'm gonna start off with this. Let's have a talk, you guys. So, what? If that kid screamed like that one more time, I'm gonna drop kick him in the face. Okay, so, what made me stop playing Naruto Storm? 4 at least. Guys, for one, I'm gonna be for real with you. For one, I'm not gonna say I regret being a Narutuber, but I regret giving you guys only Naruto videos from the beginning as a YouTuber, because I've noticed once when I want to upload other content, none of my subscribers do not want to support me whatsoever. I mean, I'm not saying all of you guys don't support me, but I would say about a good 70 to 80%, none of you guys would like to watch, support, give a tryout with whatever else I am uploading. And I think that is personally my fault a little, because I were crazy on this whole Naruto extravaganza throughout my YouTube career, to the point that no one does not want to give me a try if they were to see me try other content. So I thought it was the best for me to actually not only slow it down, but also give you guys more content so that my channel can grow elsewhere in case Naruto doesn't work out for me. And as in case you guys haven't known, Naruto Storm, the franchise, not the franchise, well I'll say the franchise too, the fan base is on the verge of death. And if that means if I'm dying, I'm not gonna say if I'm dying, if the bigger YouTubers are dying, then so are we. And I'm not trying to make that as the case, so I'm already going on ahead trying to upload any games that, you know, gets up to my attention, or if I just make any more videos that's Naruto related but not Naruto Storm related, if you guys know what I mean. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it has been very frustrated over the past few weeks, I would say months too, that the fact that I just was not gaining no subs, no recognition. And I'm not saying that I want attention so bad, it's just that I hate that the fact that once when I stop uploading Storm content and uploading other content, it showed me who are the real subscribers and who are the fakes. Now that's like 25% of my reason why I kinda stopped playing Storm 4. Storm 4 is the worst Naruto Storm game of all time when it comes to multiplayer, and I'd rather be called a fool than to keep playing that game right now, because you guys still probably want me to still play Storm games, but you realize if I still were to play Storm 4, nothing wouldn't have changed. I would still be complaining most of the shit that I'm going through, such as the shitty players and the fucking connectivity. And I drew the last straw. I have standards. I have standards when it comes to getting fucked over and over and over and over when it comes to video games. I think I know when to stop, and I stopped right there because the game is over a year now. We got fucked so many times, and it's just not. If you guys looked at it at a YouTuber's point of view, if I still were to play Storm 4 to this day, I think you guys would think I'm enjoying it, but in reality, I think deep down, I would be very, very, very unhappy if I were to still play Naruto Storm 4. I would be I was unhappy, period, within the last couple months playing the game, because I just realized it's not really making me happy doing what I want to be doing. Like, don't get me wrong, I like doing machinimas, I like doing discussions, but overall playing online makes me very unhappy, and that's partially the reason why I stopped playing Storm. I can really go on forever with this, but to be honest, I think if you guys are in my shoes right now, you played the game as long as I have, you would know how I feel. Now for those who are still playing on a daily basis, you're fucking crazy. You're crazy to the point that I expect none of you guys to even bitch about the game anymore if you're still playing it to this day religiously. I stopped because I keep bitching about it, and if I'm gonna keep bitching about it, I might as well stop playing it. Now, have I ever rage quitted before? Boy, now that's the question. Have I ever rage quit before? Let me think. Cause the answer is yes, I have rage quitted before. I think I rage quitted at least 2 or 3 times in Revolution, and I think once or twice in Storm 3. But the thing is, I could play the game now and you won't see no disconnection frequency. At least I know my standards. I'm not a moronic, just consistently quitting and quitting and quitting. Yeah, I did quit it on Revolution. I definitely rage quit in Revolution before, but I'm sure it wasn't on YouTube or recorded and this and that, so you can't find anywhere else on me quitting ranked. And the reason why, well, if you guys think right now, if there was any reason why I would quit in the game of Storm Revolution, I think you would know why. The counters were straight up fucking just bad. Like, it was the reason why a lot of people dropped the fucking game, because the stun counters. But yeah, I have quitted before. Storm 4 though, I got disconnected before to where I get an error in which it will say that I did rage quit it, but however, I don't have any disconnection frequency. I never got any disconnection frequency in any Storm games. And honestly, as a YouTuber, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because it's not that hard to not to rage quit. If you want to rage quit in Storm 4 here, guys, you don't even have to rage quit. All you can just do, here, I'll tell you right now. If there's something that annoys the fuck out of you in Storm 4, I will only say Storm 4 because there's no other PlayStation 4 or Xbox One Naruto console games, at least not yet until Storm Trilogy comes out. Guys, if you're so annoyed to the point that you just want to rage quit, all you gotta do is just press the home button from your Xbox or your PlayStation, and that's it. You're just watching excuse me, you're just watching your home screen. Sometimes I do that to the point that, you know, I mean, yeah, you're just standing still. You're just standing still, but at least you're not quitting. Because sometimes someone would just, especially if they're doing those game-breaking glitches, I would just go to my PlayStation home and see who's online, what's on the PlayStation store, and this and that. Probably message some of my subscribers who gives me shitloads of emails. And then by the time I come back to the game, either the person already won the match and left, or he's probably still, you know, fucking around. I don't know. But that's just a tip for those who just consistently rage quit. Cause come on, I know someone out here have over 20 rage quits in their Storm career right now. Cause at this point, this game is filled with rage quitters. Oh boy, I think that was like a 10-minute question, but I decided to expand that because that first question about what made me stop playing Storm 4, yeah, I was really thinking about making a video about that itself, but I think at least giving you half bits of it will be cool over here. So yeah, 34 minutes, holy shit. We are done here, guys. Another 30-minute Q&A video. I apologize about that. I'm not trying to make it seem like like hours and hours and hours. I think if I do it next time, I would add splits of it, like 15 to 15, maybe. Because if I get more than 20 comments, that's a 30-minute video. And that neighbor is screaming and I'm about to drop kick him in the fucking face. We are done here. Thank you guys for watching this long ass video. If you actually sit down and enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up and comment down finished. Finished. I doubt anyone would put that, but finished. I would appreciate it if someone comments finished. If you put finished, then that actually put a smile on my face. But yeah, we are done here. 35 minutes. We're done. Thank you guys for watching. Sub if you're new. We got more things to go through, especially with Shinobi Strikers. This is Gillsenzu, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.